For my demonstration video, I'm doing chocolate cake pops and vanilla cake pops. And then I also have white candy molds and then chocolate ones to cover over. And then for the frosting part, I'm just gonna use whipped vanilla frosting. Chocolate cake first, so I'm just gonna open the box. And so I'm just dumping that part in first. And then it says I need 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Just gonna dump my vegetable oil in my 1/2 cup. And then it says I need 1 cup of water. So this cup doesn't have like the numbers on it anymore, so I'm just gonna pour it right in this one. Dump it in. Couldn't find a spatula, but I do have this spoon that I'm just gonna stir this part with. And then I'm just stirring it up a little bit. And then we have to add 3 eggs. There's hay all over these ones from the farm. Okay. Just gonna crack them. Make sure there's no shells in them at the end. And now just stir it all together. Make sure that the yolks are popped because they don't want to pop right away. And you want to stir it really well to get all the chunks of the cake mixed up in it. Because it'll be just little balls of powder floating around. And then scrape the sides also because there could be powder stuck on the sides or underneath. So this is the chocolate. I'm greasing the pan. I'm just using my finger usually. I'd use a paper towel and just like spread it around, but I don't have one, so I'm just greasing or spreading it around so the whole bottom is filled. And you don't have to do the sides in certain pans, but for this pan I don't have to do the sides of it. You just want to take your cake mix and dump all of the batter into your pan. I'm trying to scrape out all the rest of the frosting, or not the frosting, the cake batter. I'm trying to get as much out as I can. Just put it in the pan. Okay, and now that it's all in the pan, I'm just going to spread it out evenly so I can get all the corners. Alright, and while we wait for the oven, I'm just gonna let it sit in the pan and like let it even. The oven is preheated now, so I'm just gonna pop this in the oven. For about 28 minutes. Now that the cake is done, I'm going to grab this toothpick and just poke a hole. Make sure it's fully done. Poking in a few places just in case. Okay, now that's done, I'm gonna set it outside to let it cool off so it goes that the chocolate cake is cooling outside. I'm going to start on the yellow cake, or the white cake, and do the same steps I did with the chocolate. Half a cup of oil. A cup of butter, or water. Mix it up a little bit. And then I need to grab the mix. Rip the hair off again. Last egg. And mix it all together again. Those yolks. Scrape the sides with the mix. And the bottom. Stir it all together. Alright, that's the white cake batter. And while the chocolate cake finishes cooling off, I'm just gonna let this, I got the pan all cleaned out, and now we have to butter it again. Just gonna do the same thing I did from last time. Now, to do the chocolate part, we are going to be taking one thing of frosting and dumping the whole, will crush up your cake a little bit first. And then add your vanilla frosting to it. Try to get all of it out so you have more frosting and it'll stick better. using, instead of just mixing with my bare hands, because I don't want to get a bunch of cake under my fingernails. So I'm gonna need some gloves. Just to mix with. Mix it all together. I'm just rolling it into like a big part of a ball. And then putting saran wrap over top of it and letting it cool in the fridge so it can be easier to roll the balls with. This one, the chocolate, is all cooled off, so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to use this big tray to just put the balls on, and then I'll put the sticks in after. So first, I have a 3.4 ounce scoop, so I'm just going to scoop some of it and roll them into a ball, and then put it on the tray. The white cake is all done, but I'm using a smaller bowl for this one, so I'm just going to do the same thing with the sides. But I'm only gonna add a little bit at a time into the bowl and crush it up. I'm gonna be using the same scoop and rolling them into a bowl. So, but on a different sheet. The chocolate's all melted now. I just mixed it with the bowl and warmed over every 30 seconds. I just stirred it so it wouldn't burn. But now we're gonna put sticks in all of these cake pops. Now I'm going to drizzle some of the chocolate on top of the cake pops. Just move it out. The chocolate balls are all done. Now I just need to stick these sticks into the white ones now, but I'm just gonna stick the stick in the frosting and then stick it right in right away. All of our cake pops are done now, and at the end you can just keep them plain, or if you wanted you can add sprinkles to decorate them or just like drizzle stuff on them. I just did chocolate, but I'll insert pictures at the end.